Eat these 3 foods to clean your arteries. What if you could help protect your arteries from dangerous plaque without some crazy, complicated diet? What if the solution wasn't in a prescription bottle, but right in your grocery cart for the tens of millions of people with a silent threat building inside their bodies? This is a critical question. Today, we're breaking down what top heart doctors and scientists have discovered. 3 common foods that can act as your heart's ultimate defense system. And the first one might just surprise you. We're not talking about a radical, hard-to-follow diet or giving up everything you love. We're talking about adding 3 powerful, science-backed foods to your plate that can make a real difference to the vast network of highways inside your body. Think of your arteries as superhighways for your blood. They carry oxygen from your heart to every single organ and cell. When these highways are clear, everything runs smoothly. But overcheamy things like a poor diet, not enough exercise, smoking, and even just getting older can cause major traffic jams. This clogging process is called atherosclerosis, and it's the main culprit behind heart attacks and strokes, which are leading causes of death in Western countries. It all starts when a sticky mix of fat, cholesterol, and other gunk called plaque builds up on your artery walls. As more plaque collects, your arteries get narrow and stiff, a condition known as hardening of the arteries. Imagine a garden hose getting squeezed shut. The flow becomes a trickle. It's the same with your blood. Narrowed arteries force your heart to work overtime to pump blood, which can cause high blood pressure. If a piece of that plaque breaks loose, it can form a clot and completely block an artery, leading to a devastating heart attack or stroke. This isn't just a problem for the elderly. Atherosclerosis is a slow-burn disease that can start in childhood and get worse for decades without a single symptom. You might feel totally fine, completely unaware of the dangerous gridlock inside your most vital pipelines. That's why it's often called a silent killer. For many, the first symptom is also the last. But here's the empowering truth. You are not helpless. While diet alone can't completely cleanse or reverse existing hardened plaque, the right foods can help slow its progression, prevent more from forming, and support your overall heart health. So, forget feeling overwhelmed. Today, we're focusing on what you can add to your diet. We're going to build a natural defense system for your heart, starting with 3 simple and delicious foods. These aren't exotic, hard-to-find ingredients. They're staples you can find in any grocery store. They are foods that researchers have studied for decades, and the evidence is compelling. They work by targeting the root causes of plaque, fighting inflammation, lowering bad cholesterol, and improving the very way your blood vessels function. So, let's get started on supporting your body's most important highways. The artery-protecting power of fatty fish. First up, the first pillar of our arterial defense is found swimming in the deep, cold waters of the ocean. Fatty fish. We're talking about salmon, mackerel, herring, sardines, and albacore tuna. These aren't just lean protein. They're the best dietary source of a special type of fat called omega-3 fatty acids. For decades, scientists noticed that populations who ate a lot of fish, like the Inuit in Greenland or the Japanese, had incredibly low rates of heart disease. This led to a ton of research that has confirmed the heart-protecting effects of omega-3 salt. In fact, the American Heart Association recommends eating 2 servings of fish, especially fatty fish, every week. So, how do these omega-3 salts help protect your arteries? They fight on a few different fronts. First, and maybe most importantly, omega-3 salts are powerful You see, atherosclerosis isn't just a plumbing issue, it's a chronic inflammatory disease. It starts when the delicate lining of your arteries gets damaged. This damage triggers an inflammatory response that, over time, helps create plaque. Omega-3 salts step in and calm that inflammation, which can slow down the process and help stabilize existing plaque, making it less likely to cause trouble. Second, they have a major effect on blood fats, especially triglycerides. High levels of these fats are a big risk factor for atherosclerosis. Omega-3 salts are fantastic at lowering triglyceride levels, helping to clear these plaque-building fats out of your system. Third, omega-3 salts help improve blood flow and can lower blood pressure. They make blood platelets less sticky, which is key to preventing the clots that lead to heart attacks and strokes. While their effect on LDL bad cholesterol is complex, some research shows they may also give a boost to your HDL good cholesterol. Think of HDL as your body's cleanup crew, grabbing excess cholesterol from the arteries and hauling it back to the liver. To get these benefits, aim for at least 2 3.5-ounce servings of fatty fish a week. Baking or grilling is ideal. Since you're not adding unhealthy fats from frying, think of a beautiful salmon fillet with herbs and lemon, or add some canned sardines to a salad for a quick and cheap OMEGA23 boost. Now, what about mercury? It's a valid concern, as some larger fish can have higher levels. However, for most people, the heart benefits of eating fish far outweigh the potential risks. The fish highest in omega-3s like salmon and sardines are generally lower in mercury. It's the bigger predators like shark and swordfish that you should eat less often. By making fatty fish a regular part of your diet, you're not just having a meal, you're actively reducing inflammation and helping your circulatory system become more resilient. The heart protective power of nuts, our second line of defense, comes in a small package. Nuts for too long. Nuts got a bad rap because of their fat content, but we now know the fats in nuts are mostly the good. Kind monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that are amazing for your heart. Cardiologists now often recommend a daily handful of nuts, with walnuts and almonds being real standouts. Let's start with walnuts. They're special because they contain a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid called A. While it's not quite as potent as the omega-3 south in fish, your body can convert some of it, providing similar anti-inflammatory benefits to help soothe your arterial walls. But the power of nuts doesn't stop there. They are packed with a blend of compounds that work together to protect your arteries. One of the biggest benefits of almonds and walnuts is their ability to lower LDL, or bad cholesterol. Nuts tackle this problem in a couple of ways. The soluble fiber in them helps by binding to cholesterol in your digestive system and escorting it out of the body before it ever hits your bloodstream. In fact, studies have shown that a daily handful or two of almonds can lead to a significant drop in bad LDL cholesterol. Nuts also contain a cool substance called think of L-arginine as the raw material your body uses to create a miracle molecule, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, which means it tells the muscles in your artery walls to relax. This allows the arteries to widen, improving blood flow and lowering blood pressure. A flexible artery is a healthy artery. By providing the L-arginine for this process, nuts like almonds and walnuts directly help your arteries stay healthy. Plus, nuts are loaded with antioxidants like vitamin E, which is especially abundant in almonds. Vitamin E helps protect your cells from the oxidative damage that contributes to plaque formation. So, what does this mean in practice? The key is portion control. A serving is about 1 ounce, or a small handful, think 24 almonds or 14 walnut halves. Have them as a snack. Throw them in your morning oatmeal, or toss them into a salad for a satisfying crunch. Just be sure to choose raw or dry roasted nuts without a lot of added salt or sugar. By adding a daily handful of nuts to your routine, you're lowering bad cholesterol, fighting inflammation, and improving the flexibility of your blood vessels. It's a simple, delicious habit for long-term heart health. The green guardians of your arteries. Our third and final hero is maybe the most vibrant, leafy green vegetables. We're talking spinach, kale, arugula, broccoli, and Swiss chard. These veggies are nutritional powerhouses. But their real superpower in this fight comes from something you might not expect: dietary nitrates. Now, when people hear nitrates, they sometimes think of preservatives in processed meats. But the natural nitrates in vegetables are a completely different story, and they are incredibly good for you. Here's how it works. When you eat these greens, bacteria in your mouth convert the nitrates into Once swallowed, these are converted into that same miracle molecule we just talked about. Nitric oxide. As we learned, nitric oxide is a master regulator of your vascular health. It tells your arteries to relax and widen, which directly improves blood flow and lowers blood pressure. This isn't a small effect. Some studies on nitrate-rich foods like beetroot juice have shown they can lower systolic blood pressure by several points, sometimes within just a few hours. Keeping your blood pressure in a healthy range is fundamental to preventing the initial damage that starts atherosclerosis. But that's not all. Leafy greens are also packed with potassium, which helps your body balance sodium levels and keep blood pressure in check. They also contain vitamin K, which acts like a traffic cop for calcium, helping to direct it to your bones and keep it out of your arteries, preventing them from hardening. On top of all that, greens are full of antioxidants that fight inflammation and fiber that helps lower cholesterol. The evidence is overwhelming. One major review found that eating just one serving of leafy green vegetables per day was linked to a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular disease. It's easy to get more greens in your diet. Blend a handful of spinach into your morning smoothie, you won't even taste it. Build your lunch around a big salad, or saute some kale with garlic for a perfect side dish. When you fill your plate with vibrant greens, you're actively helping your body relax its blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and fight inflammation. These green guardians are a vital part of keeping your arterial highways running smoothly. So, there you have it, a simple but powerful strategy to build up your heart's defenses. It's not about deprivation, but about adding 3 types of foods that are scientifically proven to fight back against clogged arteries. First, we have fatty fish like salmon, which use their omega-3 south to extinguish the inflammation that drives plaque and to lower triglycerides in your blood. Second, nuts like walnuts and almonds attack the problem on multiple fronts, using their fiber to lower bad cholesterol and providing the building blocks for artery-relaxing nitric oxide. And third, leafy greens, which are your personal nitric oxide factories. They help widen your blood vessels to lower blood pressure and keep your arteries flexible. Any one of these foods is a great weapon for your health. But together, they form a synergistic defense system, targeting the problem from every angle. Of course, these foods work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle that includes regular exercise and not smoking. But what you put on your plate is one of the most powerful tools you have. The journey to better heart health can start with your very next meal. It can be a conscious choice to grab a handful of almonds for a snack, to bake a piece of salmon for dinner, or to toss spinach into your morning smoothie. These small, consistent actions can lead to profound changes over time. You hold the power to build a body that is resilient and strong from the inside out. If you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out. For your next step, I highly recommend our video on the 7 warning signs of a clogged artery you shouldn't ignore. You can find the link right on the screen. Thanks for joining me. Take this knowledge, apply it, and start building your ultimate defense system. Your heart will thank you for it.